I wore my hearing aids visibly to my nephew's graduation after my sister asked if I'd grow the hair out over them for photos. So I've worn hearing aids since I was 7. I'm 34 now. They're just part of my face at this point, like glasses. I don't think about them, I don't hide them. I honestly forget they're even there most days until the battery dies. My sister Renee has always been weird about it though. When we were kids, she'd get embarrassed if my aids whistled in church. She used to tell people I was a little slow instead of just saying I couldn't hear, which is a whole other thing I'm still unpacking. But I figured we were grown now and she'd let it go. My nephew Caleb was graduating high school. I love that kid. I helped pay for his SAT prep, I drove him to college tours. I'm basically his second mom, so there was no version of this where I wasn't going to be at that ceremony front row. About a week before, Renee calls me. We're chatting about what everyone's wearing, and then she goes, kind of casual, "Hey, so for the photos, do you think you could grow the hair out a little over your ears, just so they don't show up in everything?" I stopped. I was like, my hearing aids? And she goes, "I just mean the pictures are gonna be up forever, you know, on the wall, in the albums. I don't want the first thing people notice to be like the devices." I said, "The devices are how I hear your son's name get called, Renee." She laughed like I was being dramatic. "You know what I mean? It's one day, you can go without them for the pictures at least." I told her I wasn't going to sit through my nephew's graduation deaf so her photos would look nicer. She said I was making it about me. That one landed exactly how she wanted it to, and I got quiet and said fine and hung up. But I wasn't fine. So here's what I did. My aids are these little beige ones that basically disappear against my hair. I'd honestly been meaning to upgrade for a while, so I went to my audiologist that week and I ordered the new ones I'd been eyeing, bright teal, with little silver charms on the tubing that a deaf artist on Etsy makes. They came in 2 days before the ceremony. Graduation day, I did my hair up, all the way up, slicked back, clipped, not one strand anywhere near my ears. Those teal aids were the loudest thing on my head, and you could see them from the parking lot. Renee spotted me walking in and her whole face just fell. She pulled me aside by the gym doors and hissed, "What is that? What did you do?" I said, "Oh, I upgraded. Aren't they cute?" Caleb helped me pick the color, actually. That part was true. I'd texted him the options and he picked teal because it's his school color. He thought it was the coolest thing. He'd told his whole friend group his aunt was color coordinating with the school. Renee goes, "This is so selfish. Everyone is going to be staring at your ears." I said, "Then everyone's gonna hear real good when I clap the loudest for my nephew." She didn't have anything for that. So the ceremony happens. Caleb walks, and when they call his name, I'm up on my feet and he finds me in the crowd immediately because turns out teal hair charms are easy to spot. He points right at me and grins. The photographer for the school got the whole thing. Me standing, him pointing, both of us laughing. That's the picture that ended up in the local paper's graduation spread. My ears and all. Renee cornered me at the dinner after. "You ruined the family photos. I asked you for one thing." I said, "You asked me to hide the part of me that lets me be here at all. So no." She said I always have to be difficult. I told her the only person who had a problem with my hearing aids at that graduation was her, and maybe she should ask herself why my whole life it's always been her. She hasn't sent me any of the professional photos, but Caleb made the newspaper one his phone background, and he texts me every time someone asks about it.